Hello, I'm Beth Fortier. I'm the Executive Director of the Fargo Moorhead Area Youth Symphonies. I've had this job for almost 9 years.
The Fargo Moorhead Area Youth Symphonies is a nonprofit organization that's here in town, Fargo Moorhead and surrounding areas, for younger students, grades 7 and 8, and then in my senior high symphony orchestra, grades 9 through 12. And we provide an opportunity for students to play music at a higher level.
We have 2 music directors who conduct the orchestras. Jane Lindy Capistrand conducts the senior high, and Brian Cole conducts the junior high concert strings. The Youth Symphonies began back in 1967 when 4 Moorhead High music teachers decided that there were enough students who wanted extra rehearsal, extra work with instructors, and they formed one youth symphony, one orchestra, and eventually the orchestras grew so large that they split them off into 2 groups, and now it's divided more by age than ability.
Music is something in which you can make someone else laugh or cry or get out of their seats and leave the room.
Oh, it's the universal language.
Yeah, it's the universal language, and I think that's why we enjoy music so much.
It's a challenge. It's not like not like the usual easy stuff we play at school.
My favorite thing about Youth Symphony would be being able to be with a bunch of people like this, being able to get together with people that care about the music and how they sound, and just being able to come together and make great music.
I really like the level of playing that we do. We have our normal high school, which is pretty average level, but this music's a little superior to that, and it's just fun.
I like that it's a bunch of people who also like music like I do, and they're motivated to come and work on music, and it sounds so much better than all the individuals when it's one big unit like it is here.
My favorite thing about the symphony, I would say, is we get to play with the best of the best from the area.
The Youth Symphony students really learn a sense of collaboration when they're in this group, because they know that their section and their individual part has to be prepared so that we can fit it in with all the other individual sections of the orchestra. I think they learn that discipline of collaboration too in a rehearsal, because sometimes the cellos might wait while I have to rehearse the brass or the violins, or vice versa. So there's always this sense of really working together as a team and making that final product.
The bond you make in that setting, just working that hard at something you love, it kind of bonds you together whether you like it or not. You just automatically get bonded together.
For me, coming from the band perspective, it's really nice to be able to almost play a different type of music, because in the area there isn't much of a chance to actually get to play in a full symphonic ensemble, but this is one of those opportunities, and it's really cool.
One of the advantages for the students in joining the Fargo Moorhead Area Youth Symphonies is the challenging music that our music directors provide for them, and the extra experience that they receive with weekly rehearsals. The students in both orchestras of the Youth Symphony rehearse most Sundays from mid-September to mid-April during the school term. The senior high rehearses at North Dakota State University from 3:30 until 5:45. The junior high concert strings rehearse at Minnesota State University Moorhead each Sunday from 5:15 until 7 p.m. And of course there is a break in the middle for them.
In order for students to participate in the Youth Symphony, they have to prepare an audition. And this audition exists of an orchestral excerpt, a solo piece of their own, a scale, and they have to sight read. So it's a very rigorous routine for them to prepare to get into the orchestra. And then every year I ask the students to do a new audition. So once they're in the group, it doesn't automatically keep them in the group. They have to keep on their toes to stay in the orchestra.
I conduct the junior high group, which is made up of 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. We normally have about 90 to 100 students audition, and about 50 to 60 make the ensemble each year.
The Youth Symphony has 3 major concerts during the year. There are 2 sort of serious concerts, and then we have a Pops concert. This year, our Pops concert was in the fall, in October. And then our winter concert, of course, in December, and a spring concert in April. The spring concert features our concerto competition winner as well, that plays with the orchestra. Well, one of my favorite things about the Youth Symphony is that it brings all these students from many different schools together to really work on a project together and create this special music. And it's a way for them to bond with students of the same interests and of the same level of playing. And not only that, I think that they're really probably pretty amazed with the final product that we get. So it's sort of an uplifting experience for me as well as the students, too. Well, I think there are many advantages to join the Youth Symphony, and number one is that a student really learns to play orchestral repertoire, and a lot of different orchestral repertoire, things that they might not get the opportunity to play at their own school. And then, of course, this bonding of playing with students from other schools and other cities is really a great experience. I think the students learn a lot of discipline, and that's a good advantage because not only is that helpful in their music studies, but I think it spreads to all their other academics, that they really have that kind of training and that dedication. Many things that are gratifying about this job, and I think probably the most of it is that the students take from the Youth Symphony and then carry on in the rest of their lives. And I just saw a student today that was in the Youth Symphony and discovered that she's gone on into music therapy at UND, and this was something I wasn't aware of. But I think that music meant that much to her that she wanted to continue to do that. And that's really a wonderful thing for students to be able to carry on after this high school period, contribute to their communities by either being a teacher, an educator, a supporter of the arts.